Fossil fuels are a type of non-renewable energy source that are formed from the remains of ancient plants and animals. The three main types of fossil fuels are coal, oil, and natural gas. Coal is a solid fossil fuel that is formed from the remains of ancient plants that were buried in swamps and peat bogs. Over time, the plant matter was subjected to high pressure and heat, which transformed it into coal. Coal is typically used as a fuel for electricity generation, as well as for the production of steel and cement. How do fossil fuels contribute to climate change? Fossil fuels are a major contributor to climate change, as the burning of fossil fuels releases large amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, trap heat from the sun and warm the Earth's surface, a process known as the greenhouse effect. The burning of fossil fuels, particularly coal, oil, and natural gas, has significantly increased the levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, leading to an increase in global temperatures. This increase in global temperatures is often referred to as global warming, and it is one of the most well-known and well-studied impacts of climate change.
Low-rank coals, lignite, and subbituminous coal are those that have been subjected to the least metamorphic change during the coal-forming process. As such, they retain greater fractions of moisture and volatile matter and contain less fixed carbon than the high-rank coals, bituminous, and anthracite.
Oil palm tree is a valuable commercial cash crop to Malaysia with a plantation area of about 5.7 million hectares. One oil palm tree consists of about 90% of wastes and only about 10% of oil. About 85 to 110 tons of biomass wastes are being generated from the oil palm industries and also the plantations. What happens to these wastes? Are they being managed or utilized properly? Unregulated disposal of these solid biomass wastes can actually cause an environmental threat.
Palm kernel shells, also known as PKS, is the byproduct of the crude palm oil industry. The CPO process starts with the collection of fresh fruit bunches from the palm plantations. These bunches are then transported to CPO mills to be processed, where they are sterilized, threshed, and crushed for the extraction of CPO. PKS are the shell fractions left after the kernel has been removed. The greater the CPO production, the greater the amount of PKS. In the past, palm kernel shells were dumped in open fields or rivers. If PKS piles up at a CPO mill, this creates a dangerous breeding ground for insects that will cause massive damage to the palm plantations. PKS can also self-combust if it is left untouched for a lengthy period.
The first step is torrefaction. Torrefaction is an efficient pretreatment technology that can improve the properties of biomass. Torrefaction is a mild pyrolysis or thermochemical process that is generally performed in an inert atmosphere. The use of torrefaction for energy applications, including combustion and gasification, has generated significant interest around the world.
Gasification is an environmentally friendly way to transform any carbon-based raw material without burning it. Instead, you create a chemical reaction by combining refinery waste, coal, forestry wastes, or even trash with oxygen and steam under high pressure. This process breaks everything down into molecules so you can safely remove any pollutants or impurities. What's left is a clean synthesis gas you can use to generate electricity, create liquid fuels, fertilizer, or chemicals.